Hello and welcome to News Break. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. Coming up later in the show, we'll take a look at who made the All-SEC team, but first, today's top stories. Washington community members gathered at the Riverside Casino's Event Center Monday night for the Greater Washington Business Partnership's annual dinner. The event included a look back at the year from the area's Main Street Chamber and Economic Development groups and recognized recipients of several awards. Candidates for each award were informed in advance of their nominations, but not of who specifically would win. The approach left some surprise when they were called to the stage. One such surprised individual was Isabella Santoro, who was recognized at the event as Washington's Citizen of the Year. The Harvey Holden Special Service Award was presented to Washington County HACAP Director Ranella Crawford. The announcement was presented by Wedge representatives and named after a former city official in Washington. Crawford said she was also surprised by her nomination, but said it felt good to be recognized. The Southeast Iowa Union was named Business of the Year by the Washington Chamber of Commerce. In another unexpected turn of events, the award was announced by Gazette Executive Editor Zach Sikorsky and Company President Kelly Homewood. Southeast Iowa Union publisher Matt Bryant credited the paper's continued success and expansion into new markets and exploration of new platforms in 2022 to the paper's staff and readers. Mount Pleasant Middle and High School students showed off their musical chops at the almost all-choir concert Monday evening. The students showed off their hard work as the show opened with the 6th grade choir singing It Feels New by Pink Zebra. The boys' choir kept the show going as they sang a Journeyman Song by Braden Ayers and Drill Ye Terriers by Emily Crocker. Middle schoolers continue to show off their chops with the 7th and 8th grade girls' choir singing Lakeside Lullaby by Jacob Navarrode, which features a solo from Isabella Trayman. They wrapped up their time on stage with Storm by James D. Desjardins. The mixed choir, treble clef choir, and chamber choir all performed Monday evening also. The night ended with high energy as Chain Reaction and In Motion filled the performance stage with not only beautiful renditions of songs like I'm Alive and Carry On, but also skilled dance numbers. The Washington Chamber of Commerce will bring its Friday legislative briefing closer to home March 10th with a location announced at Halcyon House. Halcyon Sales Director Alicia Davis said the retirement community was happy to hold the forum for public officials and their constituents. The business will offer a complimentary lunch at 11:30 a.m. as well as a company tour at 2 p.m. or immediately following the briefing, which will start at noon. A newsletter from the Washington Chamber of Commerce said RSVPs were encouraged. Central College students in the fall 2022 Conservation Biology and Ecology of Iowa class took part in the seeding of a new prairie around Lake Red Rock Dam. One of the students who participated in this project was class of 2023 member Samuel Beatty of Mount Pleasant. Russell Benedict, professor of biology at Central and director of Prairies for Agriculture Project, orchestrated students from his class as they developed a seed mixture and gathered seeds from various sources. They planted the prairie in early December. The location of the prairie will make it a valuable educational resource for people who are visiting Lake Red Rock. Students in future courses will be able to develop signs to improve the public's knowledge of tallgrass prairies, one of the most endangered ecosystems on Earth. The prairie, which will take several years to become established, potentially can grow at the site for centuries with proper care. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the weather and sports.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Welcome back to News Break. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. We have your 5-day forecast coming up. First, obituaries. Teresa K. House of Burlington passed away on February 24th at the age of 94. A massive Christian burial will be held at 1 a.m. March 3rd at St. John's Catholic Church in Burlington. Murphy Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. That was obituaries. It is now time for your 5-day forecast. Today the weather has been great with a high of 54 and mostly sunny skies. Temperatures will drop down to 43 tomorrow and it'll be cloudy. There's a 74% chance of snow and rain on Friday with winds at 22 miles an hour. Looking at the weekend, it'll be 42 and cloudy on Saturday. Finally, on Sunday, it'll be 43 and partly cloudy. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at sports. Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Tammy takes the time and has the personal interest in each one of us. I don't worry about what's going to happen because I know my policy is taken care of.
She pulls what I need and puts it together, which is the program I get from her.
Every year she calls around September, so it says, there's changes again, and I'm going to do the best thing for you. It's been perfect. She does a great job.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656. Welcome back to News Break. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. It is now time for sports.
Sports, brought to you by Fairway.
It was yet another competitive year across the Southeast Conference girls basketball team. Mount Pleasant and Washington had action-packed seasons filled with both ups and downs. Setting all that aside, and now that the season has concluded, it's time to recognize those athletes that showed out and excelled on the court and in the classroom. Mount Pleasant and Washington both finished with 2 selections between the all-conference first and second teams. For the Panthers, Andre Laparedo and Tristan Scholl were both given first-team distinctions. Laparedo was also named as a SEC Player of the Year for her play. In her senior season, Laparedo filled the stat sheet, tallying conference best with 20 points per game and 13.4 rebounds. She also shot 49.5% from the field, a conference second best. Scholl followed her senior teammate in scoring, averaging 11.9 points a night, along with 2.7 steals and 2.6 rebounds and assists. She also led the SEC in free throw percentage at 72.2%. For Washington, freshman Adalyn Long and senior Alex Murphy were both selected to the second team. Representing Mount Pleasant is senior Kate Schimmelfennig and junior Andy Scott. That's the news for Southeast Iowa. I've been your host, Nick Steffens. This has been your News Break.